This is a memory that is a kind of humiliating and embarrassing one. It was third grade, and I remember that there was a little rumor going around the classroom that I had a crush on this boy. And this boy, I don't remember particularly having a crush on him any more than anybody else in the class. I didn't find him repulsive, so maybe that's why people thought I had a crush on him. Because, I was 9 years old, so pretty much everybody's repulsive, especially boys. So we were kind of friendly and we'd play on the playground or whatever, and so maybe that's why it didn't seem like we were at odds or something. But I remember, so every day after lunch, recess, we would have silent reading time, and that just meant that everybody had to bring a little book and read quietly for like 20 minutes or something. So I was reading, and our desks, the way they were set up is, there was a little tabletop, and then under it was a cubby hole, so there was a kind of little place to put your books under the thing. And you had your pencils and stuff in there too. And I remember, I got out my book and I was reading, and I noticed that somebody had put a little photo of this boy, whose name was Tyler. They had kind of placed it in my little cubby. And this was very alarming to me. I mean, it's like I felt my privacy had been violated. Somebody had put something in my cubby hole and my school desk. But I think a kind of even more existential problem was the idea that people were taking action to based on thoughts they had about me, assumptions they had about me, and based on predictions they had about how I would react. It was like, I am going to put this photograph in Johanna's desk to get a rise out of her, to make some kind of very kind of pointed statement about how everybody else knows she has a crush on this kid. We all know you're not hiding anything. And I just remember it struck me as so intense, and I didn't know what to do. And I picked it up, and it's quiet, it's completely quiet around. Nobody's looking at each other, and I just dropped it on the floor. I didn't know what to do. What do you do with this thing? It's like a photograph of a little boy now in my desk, in my possession. People are going to think I have it. Even if I go and put it in the trash, people are going to take that as a big, emotional response or something. So I dropped it on the floor, and the kid next to me saw it. And I remember he bent down, looked at me, and picked up the photograph, and then went back to reading his book. And it was so humiliating and so dramatic at the time. I was just rooted in my chair, like, oh my God, what do I even do now? It was very, very, very intense.